When I was 11, I was like going through like minor self-harm and depression. Obviously, it wasn't as severe, but I used to make marks on my arm with like pen lids, plastic, and I went to CAMHS and they said that I wasn't ill enough, that it wasn't self-harm, that there was nothing wrong with me, which made me feel even worse. And then a couple of years down the line, I'm in a paediatric bed for trying to like actually kill myself because I couldn't find purpose in life and someone told me to. And it completely went against my own mindset and what I perceived of CAMHS, which is what led me into going to all of the events. It's actually quite positive. I'm glad that people can come together and talk about like what they find wrong with something and like what they can and can't achieve by working together. I've enjoyed the fact that people actually listen, that I actually get to voice my own opinion and what I've seen and heard and went through. That the fact that people listen and take into account like everything that's happened is more progress than I have seen in years. And the fact that people are willing to give up their own time to attend these for the sake of helping others get better is just something that's like pleasant, and it just gives hope to like everyone else. Like if you know someone who's like starting with depression, get into anxiety or something, then you know that a few years down the line, if they end up the way you did, then they'll be okay and they'll probably be looked after. CAMHS don't define crisis the way they should. The way they should define crisis is a bit more individual. Obviously, some like what might be a crisis situation for one person, it might not be for another, and they need to see past that barrier that they think that everyone is the same or everyone has the same issues, whereas it's all different. A lot of people were saying about individualism, and sometimes adults don't listen to like the younger people, except like the young people are the experts in their own mind and they know what they're going through. They know what's happening with them, and the professional doesn't see that often. They don't see that they're grown up enough to understand everything that's happening to them. Like my talking therapy doesn't help because I can't explain what's happening with me. It's just a feeling that I feel constantly and it's inexplainable. One positive thing that I have found about being involved with CAMHS is I meet amazing people that I still remain friends with from events, but it also helped me figure out who I am and what I want to do with the rest of my life. It helped me figure out that quite soon I want to start like a volunteer job, like helping, talking to other people, or just helping in more co-designing and co-producing events, doing something that can impact the world.